Hey y'all. I'm just gonna wait just a minute. I always wait a second before I start talking too much on these things.
What's up?
Oh, I'm talking to the
Oh.
live. So, I wanted to show y'all something cool that I just learned today. I got a couple of durian. And I was wondering, like, what's the best way to know when they're ripe? So I found this really cool trick and it seems legit. So I read that if you want to know if your durian is ripe, it's good if you can to like handle it with a cloth or something because it can be really sharp. But basically you pick it up, this is a big one. It's really pretty, right? You pick it up and you give it a gentle shake. And I know you can't hear it through there, but I can hear the pods kind of moving around in there. And that means that it's ripe and, you know, ready to go. But if you can hear the pods like really just banging around really hard in there, I think that that means that it's like a little bit overripe. So it's good if when you gently do it, you can kind of hear the seeds moving around in there. So I had no idea about that and I just thought it was really cool and that I would share. I went to the Asian market today and I got a bunch of different kinds of durian because this week, this last week or so, for my birthday, I decided to have a little cooked food, which was my favorite food, Ethiopian. And I had some collard greens and lentils and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, like it didn't agree with me. And then I was like, I've been like a bottomless pit. I've just wanted to eat more and more and more of that cooked food. And it's really making me not feel good, honestly. I feel really bloated. Ugh. Oh yeah, check that out. It's made me feel really bloated. And just kind of like I have some inflammation and I was like, okay, you know, I need to listen to my body. That's the good thing after you do a long cleanse, you know, and you start taking care of yourself, you can really tell what you eat that agrees with you and doesn't. So, you know, I was thinking, oh, on occasion I'll have some of my old favorites, you know, so yeah, well, it didn't really agree with me. Like eating the cooked food hasn't really been agreeing with me, kind of like making me feel puffy, like I said, and giving me some inflammation. So I went and my husband took me to the Asian market today so that I could get these durian. And I also got some new ones to try that are frozen whole. These ones are fresh. Oh, it looks so good. I'm tempted to eat one right now. But I was trying to put them, like prepare them. I'm putting them in these little jars. And I have like several of these with lids and I kind of like to portion it out. And then I'll have it for the week. And then I bought like 4 different kinds of oranges and some apples that looked really good. And oh, it's super sweet. I might have to eat some after all. It's so sweet. I could smell it when I went to buy these today. My husband too, and y'all know he doesn't love the smell. So, oh, look at that. More deliciousness. So this week I'm going to do like oranges and apples and durian and juice and maybe smoothies. But I'm trying to shift back to the all raw because even a little bit of cooked is like, I'm not really feeling that great eating it, you know. So just have to really listen to our bodies and see how we feel. And so since mine is saying it's not feeling that great, I'm going to make a shift back. I was still eating, you know, like raw during the day and having some cooked for dinner, but it's just not feeling as well. I've been so bloated, just so bloated nonstop. And I just wanted to share that with y'all because I know, you know, I want to share with y'all how my refeeding's going, and I know a lot of people wonder what I'm doing. And I was not having all this bloating and stuff when I was eating like fruit all day and then having a salad for dinner. I felt so good. But when I started bringing in the cooked food, like I said, it's like kind of makes me feel like I can overeat every time, you know? The raw food doesn't really make me feel like that. Like I can just overeat and overeat. Even if you do eat too much oranges or too much apples, is there such a thing? Like, I never had any problems, but my digestion's been weird. Like, yeah, it just has not been feeling good. So I've got lots of durian for the week, and these have been kind of questionable sometimes when I get them fresh like this. So I got some different frozen kind too to try. This place nearby, this Asian market, I don't know why, but all the durian was on sale today. So I got this, and I got a kind that's like frozen in the box. I'll grab it and I'll show y'all. Jerry, will you pull out one of those, Madam, I think it's called Madam Wong durian. I got some of these, like frozen ones you can get. And because these, I don't know, durian makes me very, very satisfied, and I've been very drawn to it, like ever since I came off my juice cleanse. And it is a bit pricey, and so I'll just have to try to get it when it's on sale. But you know, I was eating it every day, and I also feel like when I started easing up and trying to, you know, I still wanted this fruit, but I was like not eating this fruit. I think that also makes me want to eat some other things like cooked food, you know, when we don't give our body what it's asking for. So that's another thing too. This looks like an amazing durian. Like every piece I've pulled out has been so beautiful, and I love when it's so soft. My friend Aline, she loves when it's a little bit stringier, but I love it when it's like soft like custard. It's so good that way. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. This one is the sweeter kind of durian. I find that these, I think it's called a monthong, but the ones from Thailand, they're like more, they're more sweet, if you like more sweet. Whereas I find I prefer, y'all have probably heard me say that, I prefer the ones from Malaysia. I think they call them Musang King durian, and they're like a little more, they have that little more savory bite to them. Like they are sweet still, like this one, but they have more of that like garlicky kind of smell. That's what I think it is. People describe it differently, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's like a garlicky kind of smell. Also, be really careful opening these, because if you kind of open on the inside, it's easier on your hands, but the outside's actually really, really sharp. Really sharp. But yeah, this is a really neat trick that seemed on point, because this durian seems perfect right now. So you just shake it by your ear and see if you hear a little bit of movement. I'm going to show y'all. I have one more. You just take it like this. This is the little one I had. I meant to take some pictures with these before I did this. They're so cute, but when I shook them, they were ready. So you just gently shake it like that. It doesn't really look gentle on camera, but it really is, because this is heavy. And you can kind of hear it moving in there. So, really cool trick. I had no idea. I've just been like busting them open, and sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not, but I'm going to use this trick more, you know, and tell you all if it works consistently. Let me rinse my hand. Or at least get a paper towel so I can grip the knife. I also was like letting them kind of like pop open on their own, but I'm thinking that maybe in that case, maybe I was letting them go a little too long till they were overripe, because these, by the touch, they seem to be perfectly ripe, like the pods that I removed, whereas like the other ones that I usually just let it go and let it burst on its own, those were always, sometimes they were a little weird, you know. So I think I was letting them go a little too long. But now that I know this trick, like I said, I'll let y'all know how consistent it is. But right now, it seems to be pretty accurate, because these are beautiful, like perfectly ripe. Perfectly ripe. It's going to be hard to put these in the fridge. But I know my husband's probably like, hurry up and put them in the fridge, because he could smell them even when I put them in the car. So usually they don't smell so much. like before you break them open, but that was also another sign to me. Like, I was like, oh, they must be good, you know, because you could smell how sweet they were without even opening. It takes some muscle too, y'all. I might have to cut it a little bit more. Let's see. I try not to cut too far in because I'm trying to make sure I try not to cut the pod, you know. And I'm not like a professional, and I don't want to, trying to not cut into the pod so that I can put it in whole. But I'll get better and better, right? I'll learn where to cut. But they're all shaped different too, so it's not so much like, with an orange, you know, it's pretty easy to know where to cut each time. But with these, see, I think I cut into the pod like I was trying not to do. It's okay though, it's still gonna be delicious, but I just like, I don't know. I just like to put the whole pod in the refrigerator. Oh, this one is gonna open. 1, 2, 3. It's almost there. I definitely cut into the pot on this one. I think I need to cut it a little bit further down here. There we go. This is the second part of my workout because I already just came from the park. Did a piece fly out? It had to have. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's that pot. I just shook it around. Durian is a great workout. Opening your durian. The first one, the bigger one, was easier. I thought the smaller one would have been easier to open, but hey, can't judge a book by its cover. Oh, it looks very squishy like I like. Yummy for all you durian lovers out there. And if you can't get your hands on any right now, I'm sorry. Ooh. Oh, that one smells really good. Yeah. So those of you just jumping on, I was telling everybody that I've been having a little bit of cooked food, and it's not making me feel my best. So I'm trying to swap back to raw foods this week. And so I went and got myself a treat of my favorite fruit, enough where I can have some every day this week while I switch back, you know. A really good thing when you're trying to do something good for yourself that you find challenging or difficult is to do things that make it easier for you, you know. So if that means making sure to get your favorite fruit or making your favorite juice or anything, then, you know, that's an awesome way to set yourself up for success, you know. Is to get the food that you really love, you know, that's good and it's in season and everything. That way you'll really want to stay on board. So I'm really going to want to eat this. I already want to eat it. So I know that it's going to help me to eat my raw foods this week. So my sweet husband took me to get tons of durian, even though he hates the smell of it, because that's how sweet he is and loving, and just wants me to succeed at everything, which is awesome. Get yourself somebody like that. Find yourself, keep people around you that want you to be your best version and that want you to feel great and make you feel loved, and, you know, do things like tolerate your stinky durian because they know it's really good for you. Speaking of, my son wanted to say hi. But speaking of, my husband got me these beautiful flowers for, like, this is a nice month because it's our anniversary, and then there's Valentine's Day, and it's my birthday month. Yes, sir. Oh, good job. You put the flags. Good. English and Spanish. Cool. Plus. Okay, go show Dad. So he got me these really awesome flowers this week, and they weren't bloomed, so we didn't know what they were going to look like, but he knows that I love plants and I love to watch them bloom, and that's like one of the beautiful parts about it for me. So instead of buying me just already bloomed flowers. He like really intentionally bought me a bunch of flowers that hadn't bloomed yet. So they just started blooming. I'm going to show y'all, and then I'm going to finish. This durian's still got another half in it I'm going to get out, but they just started to bloom and they are so pretty. So you can see they started off all like this, and they're still mostly like that, see? But look at the beautiful blooms that are coming in. Is that not gorgeous? We've just been gawking at them on the counter. Like, look how gorgeous they are. So pretty. And there's like so many, like, this is the gift that keeps on giving, right? Like a bundle of flowers would have been dead already, but now I get to watch like, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's at least 15 more like closed on here that I'll get to watch bloom on the counter. So pretty. And such a beautiful surprise, you know? Just sort of like life. You never know what's going to bloom, you know? You never know what's going to change and what something's going to become. Speaking of, something awesome I wasn't going to say in this live, but now I will since it's come up, is like, speaking of blooming, April marks 1 year since I started my juice cleanse. So I started my juice cleanse on April 4th of 2022. So it hasn't even been a year. Can you all believe that? Like, wow, so much has changed in so little time. It's really crazy. I always like to do like a smile with the durian pieces when I pull them off. So much has changed, and you know, so much is possible. You can do anything you want to do in life, right? And it's surprising how much we can get done even in a fairly small amount of time. So I'm going to be doing something really special for my kind of like 1 year anniversary of my start of my juice cleanse. And Aline and I are going to offer a special sweet spot for the month of April. So coming this April, we'll be putting on our Sweet Spot program again, which is like a support program where we will give you recipes and tips for juicing, for eating raw, and we have suggested modifications for people who don't want to just drink juice. Like, say you want to do juices during the day and like raw, or you want to incorporate smoothies or whatever. We have a little something, you know, like for everybody. And we're going to be doing weekly Zooms for the whole month. This time we're doing a little bit different. Last time you could buy like a 3-day cleanse or a 5-day cleanse, but this time it's just going to be for the full month. And if you want to juice 5 days out of the month, then awesome, you'll have support in that time, you know. If you want to do 10 days, if you want to do the whole 30 days, if you want to eat raw, if you want to eat high raw, if you want to juice, we're going to support everybody. But we will give our juicing guide. It will be included. And you'll have opportunities if you want any additional coaching with Aline and I. We'll give a special rate, and we're going to be offering like joint coaching calls for the month as well, like where you get to talk with both of us. So that's kind of neat and special. And we're going to be participating with you. So we're both going to be actively participating. I haven't decided yet if I want to do exclusive juicing for the month of April, or if I'm going to do like juice and durian, for instance, like have juice and fruit. I'm not quite sure yet what exactly I want to do, but I am going to be a Sweet Spot participant for sure. And I am super excited about it. My baby's excited about it too. He's like, yes, y'all join the Sweet Spot. It's just going to be a beautiful, thing where we all give each other lots of love and support and upliftment. And you can ask Aline and I any questions, because both of us have done long-term juice cleanses, and we can help you with eating raw. And also, if you just need integration, like sometimes when we're doing something new, even if you're not wanting to change your diet and you're just wanting support, you know, it's really beautiful to just have a support group where you can talk to people about what you're trying to do and get upliftment and encouragement, advice, guidance. You know, it's just going to be a beautiful, safe space for us to gather and really help each other toward being our highest selves and living our happiest, healthiest lives. So if you're interested, I am going to be releasing some more information very soon, probably tomorrow. Aline and I will probably put out the details tomorrow or the next day. And be on the lookout because there is going to be a super huge discount, half off, for anyone who purchases before March 7th. So like for the first 2 weeks, it's going to be a discounted rate. So keep your eyes peeled. Like I said, we'll be releasing the details and the offers and everything on the website probably tomorrow or the next day, and then it'll be half off until March 7th. And after March 7th, then it's going to be full price to sign up, and we'll be starting April 1st for the whole month, like I said. And there will be a Facebook group where we can all interact and support one another, but additionally, Aline and I will be hosting Zooms every week where you can come on live and do integration time and talk about like anything you might need to talk about if you're struggling with anything, if you have any questions. And then additionally, we'll probably do like lives, like Q&As, so that you can ask any questions you might have on the lives, and we can get more interaction and more support. And yeah, we are just super excited. So yes, I wasn't expecting that to come up, but I'm glad it did because I'm really, really excited, and it's a really special time for me because so much has changed for me since April 4th last year, and I just thought it would be a beautiful way to invite you all to celebrate it with me, and also, you know, receive some support and upliftment if you're on a similar path or wanting to juice or eat more raw foods, or just wanting to make any change really, because juicing's changed so much more than just the way I eat. You know, it's changed the way I think, the way I interact. It's changed my dreams. It's changed my idea about what my purpose is. It's changed my mentality about abundance, about, you know, chasing your dreams. I'm excited to tell y'all too, actually, you know, I mentioned that I'd recently been part of the layoff program at my company, and they offered me a voluntary layoff, and I was really scared about it, you know, but I really felt like I was being called to another path. And so I'm really excited to tell y'all that I'm actually taking a course, and I have jumped into this course, and I'm going to be a regenerative health practitioner. So I'll be better equipped to help you all that reach out to me with different issues, you know, health issues like herbs you can take. And I'm going to learn about iridology, reading the iris to see, you know, about any internal issues that we might have. And I'm learning so much about how certain living foods really help with different aspects of healing. And I'm learning more about the lymphatic system and the endocrine system and the adrenals and, you know, the kidneys and the liver, and just how everything works together, and, you know, what we need for our body to work at its most functional, you know, and most optimal levels, you know, to thrive and not just survive. I'm learning a lot about what superfoods really support certain things in the body, because our soil is really depleted. So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm just learning so much so that I can better serve you all and better help, you know, those in need in the world, because that's really what I feel I'm being called to do. And so I am jumping on a new path myself. I'm learning how to make a new career out of this so that I can help more people, because working my corporate job and trying to help in these ways was really getting to be very overwhelming. It's a big part of the reason why I mentioned to you all that I had to take a step back from my inbox and from constantly answering messages, because as much as I want to help everyone, I was really starting to be so overwhelmed that it's just really not possible for me to help in the ways that I want to, and also like work a full-time job and work a part-time job and homeschool my kids and take them to all their therapies and take me to my appointments and therapies, and it was just getting to be too much. So I'm really excited that now I'm like jumping into this new opportunity to do something new and learn more, and it's really going to help me with my purpose, which I feel like is just really helping people learn how to fill up their cup like I have this past year, and learning how to take care of ourselves and give ourselves more love so that we have more love to give to the world. So I know that was a mouthful, but I'm so passionate and so excited about it and really hopeful. And these are all things, all this hope and passion and excitement was not there before I cleaned out my temple. It was not there before I started this beautiful cleanse. So I think that it would just be so wonderful to be able to support other people while they venture out on this journey. So I hope if this resonates with any of you, keep your eye peeled so you can get that good discount for when we drop the Sweet Spot info in the next couple days. But it's going to be a ton of fun. The full month is going to be $222 for the full month, which is really awesome because, you know, a coaching call alone is usually $100. So there will be 4 of those calls throughout the month, and with me and Aline, which is really cool. And if you catch it early before March 7th, it'll be $111, so you'll get half off. And then also we're going to offer additionally, like if you would like a private call with Aline and I, we're going to do a special for $111 where you get both of us on a 60-minute call to answer any questions and support. And that's like additional, you know, something if anyone wants to add on, just in case, because we know sometimes people like to talk to us privately. So yeah, I'm super excited about that, and I am super excited about this beautiful blessed durian that is going to help me shift back into fully raw this week so that I can feel my best and be, you know, ready to go. So thank you all for tuning in and saying hello. I'm sorry I didn't read any comments. I am slow with the comments, but those of you who have known me for a while know that also I'm really shy. So I'm just giving myself credit for doing a live because that makes me already kind of nervous anyway. So I love you all. I hope that you're eating lots of fruit because it will love you back. And I am looking forward to the Sweet Spot in April and everything else that God, you know, has in store. And it's just lovely, this life we live. So remember that you are so blessed and powerful, and you have no limits except the limits that you put on yourself. You can do anything. Anything that you can dream, you know, you can do and you deserve. That's something I heard someone say recently, Carrie Drinkwine, if you've heard of her or seen her. She said that, you know, anything you dream, like, you can have. And I really believe that now. Like, if God puts a dream in your heart and he puts a dream in your mind, then why shouldn't you pursue it? Who are we to stop those dreams? You know, they were planted for a reason. So I believe in you. I want you to succeed, and I'm sending you so much positive energy and love in whatever it is that you are planning to jump into next. Mwah. Love you all. Have a good night.